The FBI has been making more headlines lately, and not for their honorable civic duty of protecting the best interests of the American people and keeping them safe and secure, but rather their malicious attempts to protect the Bidens and destroy Trump and crack down on pro-lifers. We have more of these instances. News has come out that the FBI reportedly bribed former intelligence agent Christopher Steele with $1 million back in October of 2021 in an attempt to corroborate salacious allegations made in his dossier against former President Trump. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Remember back during the 2020 election? You remember when that Hunter Biden laptop story was censored from the public? Do you remember that? I don't know. I don't know if I've talked about it on the show or not. Well, now records show that the FBI agents who warned Facebook about the story being exposed, they made donations to Democrats. They donated to Democrats, guys, ahead of the election. The FBI has a continual history of protecting the Biden family, and now the plot thickens even more. The FBI says there's also enough evidence against Hunter Biden to be prosecuted criminally, but not one agent has knocked his door. So it looks like a little bit of a virtue signaling stunt. When are they going to raid his home? What does Joe Biden think of his son's criminal ways? Well, he's just a proud dad. All of this to say Joe Biden's proud of his son Hunter. Watch.
CNN's reporting and the Washington Post reporting suggests that prosecutors think they have enough to charge your son Hunter for tax crimes and a false statement about a gun purchase. Personally and politically, how do you react to that?
Well, first of all, I'm proud of my son.
Yes, Mr. President, your son has been caught committing felonies. How do you feel about that? Oh, well, first of all, man, let me just say 2 words. I'm proud of my son. It never ends. Joining me now to react is President of Citizens United and former Deputy Campaign Manager to the Trump 2016 campaign, David Bossie. David, it is fantastic to have you on the show. I'll throw this question to you. I've asked guests on this show when I've had them on to talk about the Hunter laptop story and the FBI and the Biden crime family. How much more evidence do we need, David?
Well, we're all frustrated. I'm telling you right now, the FBI has got problems at the highest levels. When you just outlined that they offered $1 million to somebody who is on the DNC payroll, through Fusion GPS, but on the DNC payroll as an activist Democrat, they offer him $1 million to do what? Destroy Donald Trump. And this guy, Christopher Steele, gives them, along with several others amongst this little cabal that are involved, they give them all this salacious garbage, and the FBI, without vetting it, without investigating it, pours it into a FISA warrant, a secret court, to get a warrant to go after the Trump campaign in 2016. This is outrageous. People need to be held accountable. And 27 days from now, when the Republicans take hold of the House and the Senate, there's going to be a change of guard here in Washington, D.C., and we're going to get a little law and order back, I think.
Amen to that. David, we are called conspiracy theorists, alt-right, tinfoil hat wearing morons for suggesting that there might have been some irregularities in the 2020 election, for suggesting that some things happened that are a little shady, a little dark, and maybe they deserve a little bit of investigating. But no, we were called conspiracy theorists for that. And now, according to campaign finance records, FBI officials who went to Facebook and said, hey, just look out for Russian propaganda, i.e. the not Russian propaganda that was 100% true, the Hunter Biden laptop. Hey, look out for that. If you need to suppress it and everything, just don't let the people find out. They donated to Democrats. They donated to Biden's party. They helped Biden. The FBI helped Biden win the 2020 election, and that's not even disputable.
Well, it really isn't. And it is so reckless and irresponsible. What the Biden Justice Department has become is a third world nation's arm of what they consider justice. That is going after your political enemies to destroy them at all cost, criminalizing political activity. This is, having these two FBI agents donate to Democrats. And by the way, they knew at the time when they gave the money that it would be disclosed. It's about their judgment. They clearly didn't care and didn't believe that the leadership within the FBI would hold them accountable. And these are the people that go to Facebook to say, these two of all people, these two go to Facebook after giving money to the DNC and Raphael Warnock. This is out of control. And I will just say again, on November 8th, we're going to get this country back a little bit. It's going to be a long fight for the next 2 years to win the White House back. But the American people recognize the corruption that is the Biden administration. They recognize this socialist left-wing lurch that America is making under this disastrous Biden agenda. And they're going to make the Biden administration pay for it on Election Day.
Yeah. Now, the reports are saying that Hunter Biden, he could be criminally prosecuted. He could be charged for his countless felonies that he has both committed, and that there's evidence on his laptop that he is complicit in or directly guilty of. Do you think that anything's actually going to happen to Hunter Biden? I personally don't. And I think the whole idea that he's being criminally probed is just a PR stunt to try to make it look like the scales are a little more balanced, to try to deceive the American people to say, well, look, they're investigating Hunter. What do you think?
You couldn't be more right. They are doing this as a guise to continue to destroy, to attempt to destroy, even though they may be making him stronger, Donald Trump. The American people recognize it. They don't like. The American people don't like the 75 million Americans that voted for Donald Trump and more don't like that we use the arm of the FBI and the Justice Department to go after our political enemies. This is outrageous. It's never been done before in American history. It ought not be done again. But I got to tell you, there needs to be accountability for those that are doing it.
Yeah, absolutely agree. David Bossie from Citizens United, always great to have you on the show. Thank you for breaking this down for our audience.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
You bet.